electric. It was, I mean, they were on every possession. I mean, I think that's what you appreciate as a player and as a coach. You know, they didn't just cheer when we made a run. They cheered the whole game, every time we did something well, when we got behind. And that's what you need. You need that energy level then, and that's what I'm so thankful for this crowd these last 2 games. And all season.
When you look big picture, I mean, you had to replace 392 starts coming into this year. You had 5, make it 6 freshmen, counting Isaiah Moss. You know, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be a climb.
That's exactly what it was. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it was. I mean, there's incredible highs and some lows, and you know, you think a guy turned a corner and then he starts making some freshman mistakes again. But the key is to stay positive with them. You know, challenge them, hold them accountable, which I did early. You know, a couple of timeouts, I got after them pretty good. But then come back and put your arms around them and trust them. Another shot, and you know they're going to keep getting better. And I think we've seen tremendous growth from a very young team, because we got a lot of guys that were freshmen, got a lot of guys that were sophomores, and didn't play a lot because of those 392 starts that you're referring to. You know, look at Bear and Ahmad Wagner in particular, Grady Ellingson. Those guys all had tremendous years. They're just going to keep getting better.
What do you tell the younger guys after this game wraps up, final whistle?
I'm proud of them. I love them, and we got to go back to work. You know, we're not going to take any time. We're back in the gym, and you know, we've got an opportunity, I think, to have a really good team. But the only way that's going to happen is if we keep fighting and keep working, and it starts immediately. Off-season conditioning, summer workouts. We get extra practices. We're going to take our team overseas. That'll be an opportunity for us to grow together, to assimilate our new players into that group, and play some games overseas. And I think as a result, we'll benefit greatly.
Was any part of this year unexpected for you, or did it kind of play out how you thought it would?
I don't know that I ever, you know, I think a lot of people say, hey, you know, what was your expectation for wins and losses? Or I don't ever have an expectation for that. What I have an expectation for is that we're going to play a certain way, and individuals are going to play a certain way. And it's my job to get them to play to their potential. And how you do that is you coach each player individually. You don't scream and yell at all of them. You know, say one thing and assume that everybody's different. You have different personalities, different games, different strengths and weaknesses. So you try to get the best out of each one, so collectively the group becomes better. And then self-evaluate that if I'm not doing a good enough job, my staff's not doing a good enough job, what do we have to do to help them? You know, a lot of coaches throw everything on them. You know, we're all in this together. And, it's my responsibility to take care of that. And so I would say this: I really appreciated how they responded to me and my staff all year long. They kept grinding and kept trying to get better. So I think ultimately that would be my expectation. That regardless of whether we're 5-5, 8-5, 3-game losing streak, we're going to keep grinding and we're going to keep concentrating on the game plan, stay true to the game plan, and be a great teammate that helps the guy next to him, and that's what we keep trying to do.